Can you hear me, right? Can you hear me, guys? Confirmation, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, where I can find the old, it's not, okay, 2-3 days classes, okay. Anyhow, I will recap, okay. You can ask the front office, they will provide you all the videos and material, okay. Okay. Before we start the session, I want to tell you one thing. Uh, can you guys put mute from your end? Yeah, thank you. Okay, so guys, communication is very, very important. Yeah, communication is very, very important, guys, especially in the testing. Okay, you need to speak, you need to talk. In our sessions every day, we need have to like what we can say that we need to communicate. Okay, so you need to speak, you need to talk. Every day I will ask the questions, you need to answer it. Okay, so this is one of the most important thing, because most of the people are say I'm done manual, I'm done test, I'm done the automation, I'm done API, but they won't able to answer. Can you tell me what is your roles and responsibilities? The first question of your interview is what? Can you tell me what is your roles and responsibilities? Can you introduce yourself and what is your roles and responsibilities? Okay, if you are not prepared this one, if you done manual automation or anything, you will not be selected. Okay, because in not only in IT, if you go for any organization, okay, any field, okay, they will definitely, if you go with the call center job also, they will ask you the first question, can you introduce yourself and what is your roles and responsibilities? What is your roles, what is your responsibilities? Can you explain? So they will ask you this question. Okay, so and testing, what you observe in this, what you observe in the application, right, you need to explain to the team members. Okay, you need to explain to the developer, you need to explain to the development team, and you need to explain where the issue you got. So one thing I want to tell you is what? Everyone should need to talk. Everyone should need to speak, whether it is Telugu or English or Hindi or Tamil, whatever it is. But you need to speak. Okay. So please mind that. Keep on. You have any questions and queries? Please ask and let's discuss. Discussion is very, very important. Okay. I want to say that you need to speak. Okay, that is very, very important. Before we go into the testing, what is testing, guys? Anybody? What is testing? Testing means what? Anybody? What is testing? Anybody?
Whether working according to client
Yes, the testing is
or
nothing
not.
but, yes, correct. The testing is nothing but what? Whether the application, okay, you need to tell that application, okay, whether it is working or not means, again, that sentence will be, okay, that's good. Really appreciate, okay. So you need to tell very clearly what is testing. Most of the people are say that testing means what? Finding the bugs. No, finding the bugs can be done anyone, not only a tester guy. Okay, you can also find the issues. Okay, end user is also find the issues, development team is also find the issues. Okay, so most of the people in interview, even I'm also in an interview panel. If I ask you the question is what is testing? Can you define? Means simply they will say that finding the defects. No, not only finding the defects. For the finding the defects, we are not doing the testing. For what purpose we are doing the testing? We need to check the application or a product or a software whether it is working according to the given client requirements or not. Now you are the client, you have the business. Okay, no, you have the business now. Now for your business, you want some application. So what we need to do, based on your requirements, we will build the software, and also we are checking whether this application is working as per the given requirements or not. So requirements are very, very important. Make sure that the application is working as per the given requirements or not. Good. For what purpose we are doing the testing? Anybody? For what purpose we are doing the testing? Anyone? Anyone idea? For what reason we are doing it?
Quality.
Quality, absolutely.
To deliver
Quality.
quality product.
Yes, yes, quality. See, testing, for what reason we are doing the testing? Without testing also we can launch the product in the market. Okay, I can design the software and I can launch the product in the market. But in case we got lot of issues or lot of quality related issues, then what will happen? No one will buy the product. Okay, so no one will buy the Lenovo mobile. We can buy the Lenovo laptop because a lot of issues will be there. Lenovo also introduced the mobiles, but it is not success in the market. Okay, so the testing is very very important for every product. Okay, without testing, most of the people without testing also we can launch the product, but we cannot give the assurance of the quality. So that's the reason testing is mandatory. Mandatory means what? Compulsory for every product or a software. Okay, so if you go with every organization, Google testing team will be there. If you go with any organization, okay, any organization, without testing they won't launch the product in the market, because the client requires the quality of the product. He is not investing 1 or 2 rupees, he is investing lots of crores of millions of money in the product. Understanding, right? So if the product went out without testing, without quality, then the product will be failed. No one will use that product. So quality is very very important. Okay, so without testing, if you see any product without testing, they won't launch into the market. So if you go for a 10 years back, if you go with 10 years forward also, testing will be live. Sir, no openings are in testing. Don't say all the things. Okay, we have a lot of plenty of openings will be there. If you search Google, if you search in Naukri, or if you search in job portals, there are a lot of jobs will be there. But what you is required, your skills is also required. What is your skills? I know only manual, sir, I don't know anything, means no, you will not survive in this software field. You need to learn manual, you need to learn one language means either Java or a Python, or you need to learn, and also you need to learn one automation, and also you need to learn one API related or a cloud technology or a DevOps related things. Sir, I only know manual, would I get the job, means no. Might be you will get, okay, with the small openings and all the things. So you need to learn all the things. You need to make your skill set is what more and more and more and more. Okay, but don't worry, that is once you get into the manual, slowly you started now, right? Now you started your career now slowly you need to learn manual. Once you get all the knowledge about the manual things and all once you get into the organization, then slowly you need to start automation also. Once you learn the automation, slowly you need to learn the language, and either a Java or a Python. Understanding, right? That you need to set a path. That's a good path. Understanding, right? I only know Java, I know only Python, I know only automation, means now that days all already gone. Okay, you cannot now full stack developer, full stack testers means what? You need to know each and everything. You need to know coding, you need to know the design part, you need to know the testing part, you need to know the JavaScript type, each and everything you need to know. Once you got the requirement, you only need to do all the things. Understanding, right? So the people market is searching that much of skills, okay, who have the more skills. Okay, don't worry guys, slowly we cannot learn all the things at a time. Everyone knows that, but start with manual, go with the trial, parallel you can try the jobs. See, last batch also we got a lot of people are selected. Not I'm not saying that everyone is selected. A lot of people means out of 10 numbers, minimum 3 to 4 people are there selected because their hard work and their interest on the subject. My friend getting 15 lakhs, did I get, means no, you will not get that money. Okay, you need to do some hard work there. Okay, you need to learn, attend the interviews, continuously attend the interviews, reject again, continuously attend the interviews. Definitely you will be selected a good organization. Okay, so that's very very important guys. Before we start manual, we need to check all the things. Okay, whether I'm able to talk or whether I'm able to discuss or not, you need to check that. Communication is very very important. For what reason we are doing the testing? Not finding the bugs, for the quality purpose. How you define the quality? Anyone? How can you say this is the quality product? Anyone? How can you say this is the quality product? How you define the quality? Anyone? How you say this is the quality product?
Is to justify the all the requirements of client?
Yes, correct. So how can you say this is a quality product, guys? So quality product, how you will get the quality product? Suppose this is the you're saying this is the quality product. How can you say this is the quality product? To justification of all the requirements, I told you, right? They will provide you what requirement 1, requirement 2, requirement 3, requirement 4, requirement 5. So how can you say this is a quality product? Requirement 1 is working fine. Requirement 2 is working fine. Requirement 3 is also working fine. Requirement 4 is also working fine. Requirement 5 is also working fine. So definitely you can say that this is a what? A quality product. This you can say what? This is a quality product. Okay. So that is very, 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 very important, guys. Okay. So how can you define the quality? Interview question, guys. How can you say this is a quality product? To justification of all the requirements. If you fulfill all the requirement, you already tested the requirement 1, you already tested the requirement 2, you already tested requirement 3, requirement 4, requirement 5, definitely what you will get, no doubt at all, you will get a quality product, no doubt, because you already follow all the instructions, you already follow all the steps, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, definitely you will get what? A quality product. Suppose you miss the requirement 1 and 2. Okay, suppose you miss the requirement, first one you are not understand, you miss this one, and fourth one you are not understood, you miss this one, then you can expect the quality product? No, you will not get the quality product. So justification of all the requirements, justification of all the requirements, if you complete all the, say, quality, how can you define the quality? The quality is define the justification of all the requirements of the customer of the application, the customer requirements of the application. So how can you will get the quality product? Means we need to follow some standards. Okay, you need to follow some requirements. Okay, you miss the requirement, now you are expecting the quality product, means no, you will not get the quality product. So that's the reason, if you go with the real like MNC companies, we have a lot of things will be there: testing, test review, test design, test cases, test execution, then only we are giving the confirmation. We are following all these things. Suppose you are testing but you are not writing the test cases, you are writing the test cases, you are not executing the test cases. Okay, we don't know whether it is pass or fail, but you are saying it is done, then you will not get the quality product, because you are not done all the things, right? You are not doing all the requirements. Okay, you are only are doing 2 or 3 things. Okay, you are not justification of all the requirements. Okay, so you need to fulfill all the requirements. What is the toughest thing in the testing? Anyone? What is the testing, or what is the toughest thing in the testing? Anyone? Anybody?
It may be writing the test case scenario.
That's okay. Before writing the test cases and all the things, understanding the requirements, right? You need to understand the requirements. That is very, very important. If you are not understand the requirements, then it's very tough. Understanding, right? So first of all,
Yes.
before you going to the testing, not only testing anything, suppose you are going for a coding or automation testing or anything, first of all, you need to understand the requirements. If you are not understand the requirements, then it's very tough. So one is the challenging thing is here is what? Yes, writing the test cases. That's anyhow. That if you understand the requirements, the test cases are very easy. No need to ask anyone. Very, very easily you can write. So here, what is the toughest thing is what? Understanding the requirements. Don't think that login screen will be there. In institute, they will tell only one login, user ID, user password. Only they will tell. But in the real time, it's not be like that, right? You need to check the credit card. You need to check the debit cards. And in the cards, there are number of cards will be there: MasterCard, Visa card. There are number of requirements will be there. So you need to check all the requirements, not only one requirement. I know only one requirement I will test, means they won't accept it. Okay, you need to test in number of ways, a number of ways you need to test. So that's the reason we get what? Quality product. Okay, so you cannot test only 1 or 2 things. Okay, you need to test more and more and more and more you need to test. Okay, so quality, how can you define the quality? Means you can simply say that the quality is defined the justification of all the requirements of a customer application. So quality, how can you define the quality? Means you need to say that justification of all the requirements. Okay. So need for a software testing. If you want to go for a software testing side, means always you need to remember all these points. Okay, whether I'm delivering the quality software product or not, whether I'm delivering the software quality product or not. Not only too many bugs. Okay, you need to check the quality. I'm finding the too many bugs, the quality less product, then no one will use that, right? Satisfy the user requirements or not, making the software more reliability or not. Okay, reducing the maintenance cost. See, once the product will be launched in the market, you need to check maintenance cost, reduce the maintenance cost. Once the product will be launched in the market, too many issues you are getting, then it's a problem, right? Avoiding the customer dissatisfaction. Always remember, once the product will launch, the people should be happy. Okay, the client, the end user should be happy, feels happy. Hey, I buy this product, I'm very happy with this product. The people should not say that, hey, what, this is not a good product. So mouth publicity is also is very important. The customer feedback is very important. The customer response is also is very important. Okay, understanding, right? For any business, the customer is very important. So for you, if you go with any shop, they will write the customer is a god. Yes, the customer is the god. If the customer is accept, then only our product will be gets into the market. We accept Amazon, we accept Netflix, we accept Amazon Prime. We are accepted it because we are like that one. So we are subscribing all the things. Understanding, right? Without liking, we cannot do that one, right? So people are accepted it. So that's the reason Amazon is always in the good place. Okay, understanding, right? So people should accept it. Okay, end user should accept whatever the product you design, who need to accept the end user, means the client should need to accept that one, not developer, not tester. Okay, who need to finally who need to accept? End user need to accept that product. Please remember that. Okay, you, while you are doing the testing also, you need to check from the end user perspective. Okay, not like a testing side. Okay, you need to check with the end user perspective, means how, whether end user will be like this product or not, you need to check. Okay, advantages of testing. What advantages of testing? If the testing team will be there, means what is the advantage? Quality product will come, client satisfaction will be there, and more business will come, and finally we can say that it's a bug free product. Yes. Now tell me guys, can we do 100% of testing? Is it possible?
No,
Yes
sir.
or no?
No,
Can
no.
we do 100% of testing? Is it possible?
No, no. No,
No,
sir.
we cannot do 100% of testing. It's not at all possible, because when we do the testing also, right, once we launch in the market, might we will get some issues. So we cannot do 100% of testing. It's not at all possible. Please enter a question. They will ask you, is it possible 100% of testing? Means you can simply say that no, we cannot do 100% of testing. After testing also, we will get some client related issues, like customer related issues, okay, environment related issues, data related issues. So data related or environmental related issues will come. So we need to avoid that one. Okay, so don't say that we will do 100% of testing. It's not at all possible. But we are giving the assurance to the client. We are telling, hey, don't worry, we have well testers, certified testers, well qualified testers, well trained testers will be there. They already tested your application, it is working as expected. Can you launch this product in the market? Once the testing team confirmation is given, then only the product will be launched in the market. See, that is what importance of testing. Lot of technologies, AI, artificial intelligence, okay, IoT, Internet of Things. What are the technologies, boards, what are the things will come in the next future also? Without testing, they won't launch in the market. That should be that device should be need to be tested. Hardware testing, application testing. There are a lot of testing will be there, so you can switch into anywhere. Okay, like suppose you are in good in SAP, you can go with the SAP testing. You are in good in database, you can go for the database testing. You are in good in networking, okay, you know you like the networking things, like you can switch into the networking side. You are in good in anything. So a lot of ways, okay, you can switch. okay, and easily you can get into the job. Means you will not get, not easily, you will not get more stress once you get into the job. Suppose you're going for a coding side, they will ask you write the code, they will ask you implement the code. Suppose if you are not done properly or not done clearly, then it's a very lot of pressure will come. Testing is not like that. You need to understand the requirements only. What you need to do, you just read the requirements, understand the requirements, and check whether the application is working as per the given requirement or not. Just you need to verification, you need to do validation, you need to do. What is verification and what is validation? Both are very very important question. Verification means what? Understanding the requirements. Verification, you are going to understanding the requirement. Validation means what? You are giving input and you are getting output. Whether the output is correct or not, we are checking. Okay, so that part we can call it as what? Validation. So we will, don't worry, we will discuss all the things when the in the every topic we will discuss. Okay, very in detailedly we can see all the things. Okay. Okay, what is testing qualities? This is very very important, guys. What are the testing qualities? No compromise on the quality. Okay, if you saw that there is a spelling mistake, so why should I need to report? It's very small issue. If you think like that, we will not get the quality. I told you, right? We never compromise. There is a spelling mistake, there is a comma is not there, full stop is not there, so you need to immediately report to the team. Okay, you need to report to the team. So that's very very important. No compromising on the quality. If you're compromising on the quality, then you will not expect the quality. Okay, so developer is saying, so that's the reason I leave this one. No, don't tell these words. Okay, developer also, they will say that also you need to confirm with your lead, check with your lead. Okay, whether I can accept it or not. If the lead says that okay, that's fine, no issues, it's an existing issue, then only you can leave that issue. Otherwise, until unless, you will not leave that issue. You need to report, you need to escalate to your development team. Understanding, right? Don't listen the developer. See, always we need to listen the developer also, but as a tester, you need to check confirmation, you need to get whether it is right or not. From, suppose you are seeing the spelling mistake is wrong, developer, if you ask the developer, hey, it's a very silly issue, ignore, but you cannot ignore that one. You need to cross check with whom? Your lead. Ask your lead, hey, can I ignore this or I need to report? So lead will not say that ignore that one, report immediately. You need to report immediately. So no compromising on the quality. Okay, that's, please remember that one, guys. So my developer, my senior person is saying, don't think like that. Okay, if you think that it's an issue, you need to report immediately. No need to wait for someone. Okay. Negative thinking. Okay, what is negative thinking and what is positive thinking? So this is very very important, guys. If you go for any application, what is negative thinking and what is positive thinking? Anybody? Positive testing and negative testing. Okay, what is positive testing and what is negative testing? So anyone?
Positive testing is means that valid value put in the,
Hmm.
and negative is the
Anyone?
invalid value.
Yes, correct. So what is positive testing and what is negative testing, guys? So the name itself we have, right? What is positive testing and what is negative testing? So here the first name and the last name will be there. If you enter the values, okay, if you enter the values, okay, that will come to out what? Positive testing. Okay, suppose you are not giving anything. Okay, now I am giving what? Irrespective, I am not giving correctly. Okay, now this is, see, I'm not enter anything, but I'm trying to click the next button. It should not allow, see, because it is showing what? Validation. Okay, enter the last name, enter the, choose the Gmail address, enter the password and all the things. So negative testing means what? You can see, without, I'm not giving anything, but I'm trying to click the next button, it is not allowing, because these all are what? Mandatory fields. Okay, simply you can say that there is a phone number will be there. Okay, in the phone number, what is the generally the phone number is what? Phone number, what we can say, 10-digit number. Okay, what is a 10-digit number, right? Phone number is requirement is what? 10-digit number. Phone number you need to enter. Okay, phone number you need to enter, right? The phone number will be there. So here, what is that? It's the 10-digit number, right? 10-digit number, right? So in the positive testing means what? You can give the positive values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is what valid one. Okay, this is what positive testing. What about negative testing? 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. So you are giving. It should not allow. In case this is allowing means what? This is the bug. Okay. Valid data, invalid data. So valid data should work. Invalid data should not work. Okay. In case invalid is also working means that is a bug. No need to ask anyone whether it is bug or not. So while you are doing the testing, you need to do the both things like positive testing and negative testing also. But when you will do the negative, so in both first what you will start? You will start negative testing or positive testing? Anyone? Oh,
Positive.
yeah, always remember you need to do always positive testing first, not negative testing. Don't do the negative testing as a first. Okay, first you need to do what? Positive testing as per the functionality, as per the requirements. It is working as expected, so it's working as expected. But also you need to remember, do a negative testing also there. So because the positive testing it is fine, but a negative testing also it is failing. So some end user don't know exactly whether it is 10 digit or not. By mistakenly he enter the alphabetic number, but it is also accepting. So that is a bug, right? So you need to do both things. One is positive testing, another is what? Negative testing. So positive testing and negative testing is also is very important. Okay, don't do blindly testing. Blind testing means what? First name, last name. So people are what? They will do blind testing. Blind means what? Blindly they follow all the things, but you need to do all the things, okay, without entering, check that how it is working, with entering how it is working, whether it is showing the validations. Validations are very important, whether enter the first and the last name. Now see, I enter the first name, it should not come. Okay, now first name should not come. So see, enter the last name. See how the application is behaving. So based on your testing, see last name is also entered. It should not say last name. See, it is not showing, right? So this is the way you need to test. Some people are not test all the things. Simply they will go with all the things and simply they say it is working. But end user don't know what exactly this one he is given without giving he is trying to enter. But in that case also it is allowing means that is a bug. So you need to check in all possible areas. Okay, so that is very important. And analytical skills, I told you, right? Understanding is requirement. Okay, we cannot do the blind testing. You what you are doing, at least you need to understand what I'm doing. Okay, and patience. That is, I told you, right? The patience is very important, guys. Patience means what? You need to have some patience. Okay, because while you are doing the testing, we need to wait for a build, or we need to wait for the see most of the reports. We are verifying a lot of reports, so we need to wait for the reports and all the things. We need to verify the each and every line. Sometimes we need to line we need to verify. In that case, we need required some patience is required. Okay, I want complete today itself. I want find 5 bucks today itself means it won't be worked out. Okay, so we required some patience is required. And finally and lastly, only one word I can tell you guys, whether you are joined the classes or you're not joined the classes, I'm not bothered. I'm because we have a lot of batches will be there. But one thing I want to tell you all the guys, communication is very important. What is meaning of communication? Communication means what? Not only a fluent English. Okay, what you are talking the other person can listen, that is enough. Other person can understand, that is enough. Okay, whether it is a butler English or a normal English or Hindi or a Telugu or Tamil, whatever the language you need to speak, especially in IT. You want to come to the IT field, software side, you need to talk, you need to speak, you need to discuss. I can say all this. This is very important. Forget about testing. Testing we can learn later also. Not a big problem. Okay, it's not a big problem. Okay, once you get in the job also we can learn the testing. But if you're not speaking, if you're not communicating, if you're not talking, then it's very tough. So can you introduce yourself and what is your roles and responsibility? At least you need to speak that also. Okay, myself is Karthik. I'm done my BTech in 2019. After that I got a good opportunity with an internship and as a 1 year I work as a junior QA analyst. After that I got an opportunity. So you need to talk like that, or you need to start what your roles and responsibilities. Okay, don't worry, we will discuss that part also, how we need to give the what is roles and responsibility. And passion, yes, you need to love the job, then only you can understand the things. Okay, my friend got job, do I get the job? Means no, you need to love this job. Okay, first of all you need to like the subject, then only you will get the things. Okay, passion, love, you should love that what you are doing. Okay, not only testing, whatever the job you done, you need to enjoy that work. Now I'm doing the cab driving, means I need to enjoy that work. Okay, so you need to, first of all you need to love the job. Okay, then only you can enjoy that things. Okay, technical skills, okay, this is very important. I know only manual means it's a little tough. Okay, you can learn Linux is also one of the most important one. You can learn the Linux. See, there are a lot of simple commands will be there. Okay, when now you get a free time, right? So start learning all the things, Linux database. No need to learn complete database. What are the joints? What is inner joint? What is outer joint? What is left outer joint? What is the select command? Select star from the table. So I want only 2 columns from the table. Select column 1, column 2 from the table. So you can learn easily all these things. Okay, no need to spend 30 days or 20 days or 40 days. Okay, database you can learn within 2 to 3 days. Okay, if you are spend interest on that. I'm not telling database experts, basic knowledge I'm telling. Okay, I'm telling the basic things. Okay, what are the joints, how the table will be joined, what are the joints, inner joint, outer joint, left outer joint. Joints will be there. Queries, how we'll write the queries. Select star from the table. Select star means what? All the table, all the data from the table, what are the data will be there, that data, entire the data will come. Select star from the table name. Okay, employee is the table. Okay, so you will get it. Okay, so technical skills is required, not only manual. Okay, don't think that only manual. Okay, some Linux is also is very important, command line. And some people are need to they will complete the manual, but they don't know how to use the Excel sheets also. You need to prepare some Excel sheets, how we need to work with the Excel sheet and all the things. Okay, don't worry, we'll see that. Analytical skills, thinking, attitude is also is very important. Body language, while you're talking with others, body language is very important. Sometimes your developer is not accepting your issue, your bug. Then in that case, what you will do? You are reporting the issue, but the developer is not accepting. In that case, what you will do? What you will do,
Talking
guys?
friendly and provide the proof of bugs.
Yes, correctly. Talking friendly, and you can provide the what we can say, that you can provide the screenshots. The screenshots is very important, because the screenshots are very important. Okay, when you're providing the screenshot is, see, you're not accepting what I'm telling. In that case, what I need to do, I cannot go for argument, right? My one is right, my one is only right. I cannot do like that. I can show the screenshots. I can show the steps to reproduce everything I need to show. And one thing is, finally I can say that productivity is very important. Means what? How much productivity will come from that employees. They will come, organization is always check the productivity. I spend 2 days, what is the productivity? Okay, you spend 2 days, what is the productivity? Tell me, what is the results? Whole night I spend. Okay, well, good, excellent. What is the productivity? What you learn? Can you explain? Can you write the code? Can you explain what you learn? So productivity means what? Whatever you are learning or whatever you are doing, that should be a productivity. Means what? You need to give good results. Okay, whole night you spend, but the same process you are not getting anything, then whole night is wasted, right? No one will say 18 hours you need to spend. Okay, if you are interested, if you are like that subject and all the thing, at least 20 minutes or 1 hour is enough. More enough 1 hour, not much more than that. Okay, if you are interested on that particular subject, 15 to 20 minutes or half an hour or a 1 hour. No need to spend the whole day you spend on that. Okay, not required. Okay, So productivity is very, very important. Okay, I'm spending whole night and I'm spending 20 hours, I'm spending 18 hours. Okay, that's good. What is the result? Can you explain the result, or what are the results you will get? You are saying zero results means again it's a waste. What are you are spending all the time? There is no productivity on that. Okay, productivity is very, very important. So organization, they will check a good productivity. Okay, so make sure that guys, these all are very, very important. Okay, these all are looks like basics, but basics are very, very important. Okay, basics are very, very important. Most of the people, they don't know what is quality, how you define the quality. We know, right? Define how you define the quality to justification of all the requirements. What are the given requirements? We will fulfill all the requirements. Definitely you will get what a quality. What is testing? You can simply say that to ensure, make sure that whether the application is working as per the requirements or not. So client is giving the requirements. Based on the requirements, we need to test the application is working as per the given requirements or not. We need to check. Okay, is it clear? Anybody have any question, guys? Is it clear? If you have any questions, let me know, guys.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, before this, you were showing the registration form testing. So, how much time it will take to in a day to test a particular form or a web page?
Yeah, based on that, you need to understand the requirements, right? First of all, before you start the testing, suppose your registration form or anything, they will assign the task. Okay, 1 second. 1 minute. Yeah, sorry, someone knocked the door. Yeah, so how much time? See, it depends on the requirements. Okay, in the requirements is very clearly mentioned that you need to check each and every field. You need to check UI. You need to check whether it is mandatory fields or not. It depends on purely on requirements. Okay, the requirements is what? Check the UI only. So you need to check first name, last name, Gmail address, and confirm password and password. So that will be take less time only. But they will say that check the functionality also. Then it will take a lot of time. Is it clear what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
So it depends on what requirements. Is it clear? So always it depends on the requirements only. So in the requirements, it say that simply, hey, don't test functionality, test only UI. UI means what? You know, right? What is called UI? What is meaning UI?
User
User
interface.
interface. Only user interface only you need to test, not go for the functionality, because that functionality is not started, not implemented. So you will not spend more time on that. Okay. Good question.
Sir,
Yeah,
what
go
is
ahead.
exact meaning of functionality?
Functionality means what? See, as a credit card you have and debit card you have. What is the better you can go with simple example. Okay, there is a login screen will be there. In the login, what is the functionality? If you click the login button means what? What will happen? If both username and password both are valid, means authentication will be done. Okay, both are valid, then only you can click the login button. Then only it will navigate to what? Home page, right? Suppose you have a Gmail ID, you are giving what? Valid Gmail user ID and valid password, and you are clicking the login button. You are clicking the what? Login button. Then only it will navigate to what? Gmail account, right? So that is what its functionality, login functionality. What is reset functionality? You know what is reset? When you click the
Yes.
reset button, right, what will happen? The data will be clear, right?
Yes.
That, yeah, that is what reset functionality. So every component have their own functionality. Suppose, see, now user ID and password will be there. If I click the login, what is login functionality? If both are valid only, then only I can go for the login, right? If both are valid only. In case I'm not giving a valid user ID and valid password, if I click the login, it should not work. Okay. And what is reset functionality? You told me, right? When you click on the reset, it both should be clear. See, means reset functionality is working, right? as per the given requirement. Okay, reset functionality. This is what login functionality. This is what closing functionality. What is close functionality? If you click the close button, what will happen? It should be closed. That is what close functionality. Is it clear? So everything they have their own functionality. You need to check that functionality. What is exact functionality means? Whether it is working as per the given functionality means what is for the given functionality? Valid user ID and valid password. Then only you can go for login. Otherwise, you cannot go for the login. Right? Login should not work. So that is what login functionality. Yeah. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Good. Anyone? Anybody have any questions? Is it clear, guys? Anybody have any questions? Good, guys. Like that, we need to discuss every day. We have the sessions like discussions will be there. Don't think that it's a purely online classes. It's a purely interaction sessions. So we need to discuss. We need to talk. Okay.
These are the topics you have discussed in the
Sorry, come again.
Which are the topics you are discussing today? So these are the like new topic or it's old topic?
It's an old topic. What we discussed in earlier, the first day class, what we discussed. That's the reason I recap the session. So this is what the day one session, what we discuss. If you go with the video also, they will provide the video materials. If you go with that also, we will discuss the same. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, that's fine. And one more important thing is what there are two types of testing. Interview question, guys. And I forgot to tell you one thing, please. Software testing is a process of what verification whether the project will be acceptable to the end user or not. See, make sure that end user should accept your project, not a client. Okay, not the tester, not developer. Who need to accept your your project? End user. Okay, so you always need to think like what end user perspective. Okay, you need to think like what end user. Okay, so whenever you test any application, right, think like end user. Okay, if end user will log in, if end user will enter the fields, how they feel, you need to test like that. Okay, so finally is what end user should need to accept your application. Okay, and one more important entry question is what there are two types of testing. What are there? Structural and functional. Just now we discussed about what is testing and what reason for we are doing the testing. But now what we are learning now, what are the types of testing? Okay, there are two types. Okay, one is what structural, another is what functional. Who do the structural testing and who do the functional testing? So structural testing, we can call it as what? White box testing. Who will do the white box testing, guys? Anyone idea who will do the white box testing?
Developer.
Yeah, white box testing is done by the developers. Why? We already there, right? Testing team is already there, right? Then why the developer need to do the testing?
Because of code is proper working or not.
Yes, correct. Because we need to test at least one time. The developer will need to check whether my code is working properly or not. So that's the reason white box testing is always done by the developer. Okay, see, the testing is based on the knowledge of internal logic of the application code. If you know the logic, if you know the application code, then what kind of testing you can do? White box testing. So we don't know coding, we don't know the logic, so we never do the white box testing. So generally, who knows the logic and who knows the application code? You know, right? Application code knows by whom? For the developers. So you can say that developers will do the what kind of testing? What kind of testing we will do, guys? Developers? White box testing.
White box.
Yeah, you need to tell that. Speak, guys. You need to talk. What kind of testing the developer will do means you need to say white box testing. Don't read. Don't read. Some people are there reading white box testing is done by developer. If you read like that, suddenly in interview anyone asks you, right, you cannot explain. So you need to very clearly you need to explain why testing team will not do, because we never see the code. So that why the development team do the white box testing, because they need to see the code, they can easily see the code. So the testing is based on the knowledge of internal logic code. If you know the logic, if you know the application code, then what kind of testing you can do? A glass box testing. See, the white box testing only they were calling as what? Glass box. Glass box means what? In the glass box, what are the things will be there, we can able to see, right? So that's the reason they call it as it's a glass box. They call it as it's a open box. They call it as it's a clean box. So they call it as what? It's a transparent box. See, many names will be there. In interview they will confuse us. What is transparent box? People will get confused. Hey, the guy is missed this one. What is transparent box? Transparent means what? You are able to see the code. So you can simply say it's a white box testing. What is a clear box? A clear box means I'm able to see the code. So that's the reason we can call it as it's a structural testing, or we can call it as it's a white box testing. Okay. Why we can call it as it's a white box? I can put it in any other name, right? Because white box means what? I'm able to see what is the content in the application. So that's the reason they call it as it's a white box. The developer is always able to access the code, always able to see the code. So that's the reason they call it as it's a white box. Okay. So please remember, don't forget, white box testing is always done by who will do the white box testing?
Developer.
Yes, yes, good, developer. Understanding, right? They call it as a unit testing. Unit testing is very, very important, or a component testing, or belongings to what? White box testing. See, why the developer need to do the testing means at least one time. See, this is what a dev. Okay, this guy is called, we can call it as what? Dev. So what is the developer is always do? The developer will do what? Coding. So developer is always doing the coding. Okay. Once the coding is done, he cannot move directly to the QA team, right? At least one time you need to check what? Unit level testing. What is called unit level testing? White box testing. Okay. Or a component level testing. Okay. So unit level testing. So please guys, this is very, very, very important. Why they need to do the unit level testing? At least one time I need to check whether my code is working properly or not. If it is working properly, then only I can move this code to whom? To the QA guy. So here QA will be there, testing team will be there. So before we developer move the code to the testing team, they need to do one kind of testing, that is what? White box testing. So that's the reason interview, no doubt, definitely they will ask you what is white box testing, or what is structural testing, or they will ask you what is clean, what is clear, what is the transparent box. There are many names. Okay, but please remember, without unit level testing or without component level testing, they won't move the code to the QA, because at least one time they need to check the code. At least one time they need to check the code, whether the code is working properly or not. Even though you have 10 years of experience or 11 years of experience, okay, at least one time you need to check whether my code is working properly or not. So this kind of testing, we can call it as what? White box testing. Who will do the white box testing? The developers will do the white box testing. So the testing is based on the knowledge of internal logic of application code, is known as glass box. Okay, internal software and code working should be known for this type of testing. If you want to do the white box testing, means you need to know what? Application code. If you know the application code, then you can go do the white box testing. The test based on the coverage of code statements, branches, and path and conditions. Okay, so you need to test each and everything. Don't worry, we are not involved, so we will not test this all, the code statement, branches, path, and condition. Unit testing and or a component testing belongings to what? White box testing. So these all are very, very important. So white box testing is also known as clear box. Sometimes they will ask you what is clear box. They will ask you what is open box, what is glass box, what is transparent box. So don't confuse, all are the same. You can simply say that white box testing. Okay, so we can say that it's a software testing method which is internal structure you need to know, design you need to know, implementation you need to know. Then only you can do what? White box testing. White box, while the developer also they follow some techniques. Okay, what are the techniques? Control flow control flow testing, they will do the control flow testing and data flow testing and branch testing, path testing, statement coverage and decision coverage. So they follow some techniques also, okay, while doing the testing. Okay, developers is also follow some techniques, okay, while doing the testing. Control flow, data flow, branch testing, path testing, and also the statement coverage and decision coverage. So they are follow all these techniques. Okay, so remember only one thing, the structural testing, or also call it as or white box testing. The white box testing is done by the developer because they know the internal logic of the code, and they know the internal logic of the code, right? They know the code. So that kind of testing we can call it as what, white box testing, or a component box testing, or unit level testing, or a clear box, or a transparent box, or open box testing. Okay, and one more thing, most important, now we, okay, testing team, what kind of testing we'll do? Black box. See, we never see the code, we never see the code. So we can test any kind of application. We can test the Python application, we can test the Java application. Guys, can you put mute? Yeah, thank you. So we can test the any kind of application. We can test the .NET application, we can test the Java application, we can test the ASP.NET application, anything C# related application, PHP application. We never see the code, we never ask to give me your code. What we will ask, we never depend on the code. Then how you will test the application? Anybody?
Client requirements.
Absolutely. Depends on what? Requirements and functionality. So that's the reason in testing you will not require any coding language. Zero. So anyone can go with the testing. Don't say I'm non-technical person, I'm not in computer science. Don't say that word. Okay, anyone can go for the testing. So a lot of the previous batch also, there is a what we can say, that bank employees will be there, faculties will be there, a lot of people are there. They are also learned and they are getting the jobs also. Okay, it is not required. Don't say that I'm not technical person, not required. Only what you need to do, you need to understand the requirements and functionality. So these two are very important. So we never see the code, so that's the reason we're not required any coding language here. I'm Java is zero, Python is zero, I don't know anything about Java, I don't know anything about Python. No worries, we can test the application. How you will test the application? Based on requirements and functionality. Requirements are very important. First of all, you need to understand the requirements and check the functionality. So requirements are very important. Make sure that you need to understand the requirements. Okay, requirements is what? They will provide the requirement. What is the functionality? Just now they asked, right? What is functionality? Login functionality is what? Valid user ID, valid password. What is the functionality of reset? If you click the reset, the data should be cleared. So you need to understand these two things. You need to understand the requirements and you need to understand the functionality. Then you can test any kind of application. You will never ask, give me the code, because we are not related to the coding side. So that's the reason black box testing is always done by the testers. See how we will test the application. Now you will get a question marker. How we will do that application testing? Based on requirements. So that's the reason I'm telling, requirements are very important. You need to understand the requirements. If you not understand the requirements, you cannot test anything. Okay, so understanding the requirements are very important. Okay, other than unit testing, the remaining testing types belongings to what? Black box testing. So first of all, you need to understand the requirements, then only you can do the testing. Otherwise, it's very tough. Okay, and also we also follow some techniques. Okay, equivalency partition, boundary value analysis, cause effect graphing. Like we are also following some techniques. Okay, we'll discuss the coming sessions. Okay, in the project we can discuss, and boundary values are very important. Okay, what is boundary value analysis? Okay, what is boundary value analysis? Anyone? So what is BVA? BVA means what? A boundary value analysis. Okay, simply guys, there is a requirement. Requirement you need to test um, 6 to 600 numbers. Okay, you need to test all these things. Okay, how you will test? So there is a text box. So how you will test this one? So you cannot give 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You cannot give like that, right? So what you can do here, you can use what? Boundary value analysis. Okay, what is that? BVA, boundary value analysis. What is the minimum value here? Anyone? What is the minimum value here?
6.
6. What is the maximum value here?
600.
600. What is the range here? Range
6
is
to
what?
600.
Yeah, range is what? 6 to 600. So this is what we need to understand. Okay, 6 to 600. So like that, minimum value minus 1. Okay, minus 1 means what? Okay, means 5. 5. If you enter the 5, it should not allow. If it is allowing, means it is a bug. And 600 plus 1 plus 1, it should not allow 601. Okay, it should not allow. If it is allowing, means it is a bug. So this is all very very important, guys. So boundary value analysis interview question, no doubt at all. They will ask you what is BVA. BVA is nothing but a boundary value analysis. Minimum value minus 1 and maximum value plus 1. So simply guys, 6 minus 1, 5 should not allow. If it is 5 is allowing, means then it is a bug. No need to ask whether it is bug or not. 600 plus 1, 601, it is allowing. Application is allowing, means that is a bug. No need to ask whether it is bug or not. So these all are very very important while doing the testing. You cannot do the blind testing. Don't think that testing is easy. No, testing is also very tough. If you not understand the proper requirements, you don't know what functionality it is there, then don't think that testing means only finding the bugs. Don't think like that. Okay, you first of all you need to understand the requirements and you need to understand the functionality. Okay, then only we can do the testing. Okay. Okay, the rest of the session we'll see tomorrow. Anybody have any question, guys, so far?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Last session you teach the integration testing and the part
Yes,
of testing.
yes.
You are explain this testing process in a more 2 or more module.
Huh.
So how
Integration means.
to
Hmm.
yes, yes, how to find the defects on bugs on this testing?
I told you, right? What is integration testing? There is a home page will be there, right? Now page, right? Now another developer is developed the images, right? So how to found means what? Suppose now you open that URL, means you will find the home and images. Suppose images are not opening. Okay, when you click the image is not opening, then you can report to the developer, right? The image is link is not working as expected because after integrated it is not working. Okay, suppose I remove the home, only images will be there. Then in that case, if I click that images is working, means then it is fine. So when you click the button or when you click this home page or images, right, if it is not working, means then immediately you need to report to the development team. How to find means what? You click the button. If that button is not working, means what? You need to report. So suppose Amazon application will be there. Now I integrated two modules. Okay, what are the modules? Today deals and mobiles. So today deals, if I click the today deals, it is not working. Mobiles is working. Okay, mobile. If I see that, see, I'm able to see what page? Mobile page. But in the mobile page, if I click the today deals, today page is not opening. I'm clicking also, it is not working. So you can find you can report that issue to the developer. Take a screenshot and report it to the developer. While I'm testing the integration testing, I'm able to click the mobile, but I'm able to click the today deals. It is not working. Okay, is it clear? You can test like that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, got it, right? So if you click the today deals, means it is working, but in your mobile page, you're in where in the current in you're in mobile page, but you are trying to click the today deals, means it is not working. So what you can do, you can immediately you can report to the developer. Okay. So next time they will add it customer services. Customer services is working. Mobiles is working. Now today deals is not working. Again, you are clicking. You are trying to click this one, and it is not working. So you can report immediately. Directly you can report. Understanding, right? So that's the reason integration testing is also very important. We'll discuss one more time. Okay, don't worry. Anybody have any question, guys? Is it clear? So we'll see in the project also, we'll see the requirement document, SRS, FRS and BRS also. We'll see all the things. Don't worry. We'll go with the practically, each and everything we'll do with the practically. Okay. Anybody have any questions? Last call. Yes or no? Okay, guys. Thanks for your time.
No, sir.
Have a nice day. Yeah, you have any question?
No, sir. No, sir.
How many classes are over? I told you, right? Only we have done with 3 classes. That is also basic one. Okay. Just now today already we completed 2 classes almost. Okay. Tomorrow we can recap the session and we can continue our sessions, because the important one is what functional testings are very important. What are the functional testings are very important. Okay. The coming sessions are very important. We can continue there. Okay. We can directly continue there. Okay. Unit testing, integration testing, system level testing. So these are not coming sessions. Okay. We will discuss tomorrow also. We can recap. Then we can go with the fundamentals of testing fundamentals. Okay, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. We'll see you on tomorrow. Have a nice day.
Sir.
Yeah, what are the previous sessions you want, right? You can talk with the front office. They will provide all the material and videos.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice day.